On May 6th, a powerful severe weather setup was beginning to take form, leading to the issuance of the first high risk in over a year, with 30% hatch tornado risk being included in that area, and me being in the area of that tornado risk. Visiting the Twist-X Memorial, as customary, on a chase in central Oklahoma, a PDS tornado watch was very quickly issued not long after the mesoscale discussion that was bringing up the possibility for it. There was a very high confidence for very powerful severe thunderstorms with tornadic potential to develop, the first of which that went tornado warned in the western part of Oklahoma. There's a wall cloud. Tornado may be forming already. It may be tornado imminent. After going live and convoying with a few other friends who had decided to chase the same high-risk setup with me, we all got a view of a strong, quickly severe warned storm off in the distance with a wall cloud that we all thought was likely to produce a tornado in short time. But we would have to be patient to see if that would happen as forecasted. While we sat there, we got greeted by a couple of locals of the furry friend beret.
Oh my god! Oh, you want belly rub? A belly rub? There's another postie!
Sadly, we had to reposition and leave our new friends behind. Unfortunately, the first of two splits happened, where one of the groups of friends that I was convoying with decided to take a different position as I stayed with the other one, and we got a fantastic look at this storm. Oh wow, what a shot! God, that is something. It was at this point that the storms took a less discreet, more high precipitation mode that unfortunately we were really hoping would not be the case. Nonetheless, I decided to press onwards, and the second of two splits happened where I ended up going solo for the rest of the chase. I finally saw the first funnel cloud of the day, which took a lot longer than I was expecting. And this kind of clued me in on exactly how different this chase was going to go than what was forecasted. Despite the Norman Forecast Office's publication earlier in the day that said storms would not go linear, these storms were in fact starting to take on a much more linear mode than really any of us was expecting. But that didn't mean that they were not still tornadic. Of the 5 tornadoes surveyed and shown here, I believe I only saw one of them, pretty much the shortest lasting of them all. From where I was positioned, I believe I saw the EF0 that took place near Bison around 1934. the sun began to set and night quickly approached, I repositioned further southwards to keep myself a little bit further away from where this linear but still tornado-capable set of storms was beginning to press onwards towards, and ended up just north of El Reno at this point. I decided to sit for a bit and just take in the beauty and power of a tornadic storm so close to some of the areas that historically first pop up in your mind when you hear El Reno. This line-embedded tail-end Charlie supercell with tornadic potential ended up actually producing a confirmed tornado that was surveyed and apparently lasted a few minutes near Edmond. So it's totally reasonable to think that this may have produced a tornado as I was on it right here. In fact, this footage at this moment I'm showing you is probably the closest or best guess that I would have for when a tornado may have occurred on this storm prior to that confirmed tornado near Edmond. However, I didn't stick around long enough on that storm to see the Edmond tornado. Instead, I repositioned further south to see what would end up being the strongest storm that I saw on May 6th. The destructive winds and EF1 spin-up that went through Moore were easily the strongest storm that I saw on that day. However, a deadly EF4 tornado went through the towns of Barnsdall and Bartlesville and affected other nearby communities as well. So even on a day like May 6th, that many would regard as a bust, and a lot of us would say underperformed, just one storm can put a day in the history books. So always take severe weather seriously.